As the city of Bozeman looks to finish the connection of Fowler Avenue between Huffine Lane and Oak Street, residents of Bozeman's west side have come out in full force with signs like this all over town against the idea of finishing the road and protecting the existing trail.
This connector may have been recommended in master planning documents, but the fact is a subdivision was approved by the city and built in that corridor between Babcock and Durston, and only a very narrow corridor with minimum setbacks now exists where that was once much more space.
Recently, some of those residents voiced their concerns to Bozeman City Commissioners at a work session for the proposed Fowler Avenue connection. Residents are worried about space, protecting landscape, and preserving trails.
Those trees go, so does the walking. We need to encourage people to walk, not discourage them by having all the trees cut down along that park.
According to City Transportation Director Nick Ross, he estimates that the project could cost upwards of $17 million. Here's how Fowler Avenue could look. Let's start at Oak Street and head our way south towards Huffine Lane. The city is recommending to build a 3-lane road, which would mean 1 lane going north, 1 lane going south, and left turn lanes where needed. The city says that they will keep Fowler narrow as it heads through south towards Durston and will keep to maintain the ditch right before we get to the Durston and Fowler intersection. At the Durston and Fowler intersection, the city is planning on placing a roundabout which would look like this, being able to maintain and shift to the existing landscape. As we head towards Babcock, Fowler would then have a shift alignment as it goes through a neighborhood, and the city plans to keep the existing trail network and improve that as well. At the Babcock and Fowler intersection, the city originally planned to put in a roundabout, but opted not to do that, and instead they will be placing a traditional 4-way intersection with a signal. As Fowler heads towards Huffine Lane, the road will keep its traditional 2-lane road as it exists right now.
So I have been torn as to my position on this, but I have come down to the side of yes, the road needs to be built.
The few who showed up in support of the project as city leaders to focus on the versatility of the road for pedestrians and bikers.
Consider having 2 pathways, one on either side of the street, and I would like to urge you to consider 12-foot lanes, not 10-foot lanes.
The city says it will be looking at design alternatives for the road before it moves forward. In Bozeman, Edgar Cidio, MTN News.